So I have an amazing guest today, and she is Priya Suria Naidoo. And we were at university together, and she emigrated some 30 years ago to Australia. She's now in Melbourne, and we met for coffee. And I would love to hear and share with you her journey in Australia. So, Surya, my beautiful friend, um, I'm so overwhelmed by this time you made for me today. Thank you for that. And please tell us, fill in the gaps for the past 30 odd years that you left South Africa.
Thank you, Manisa. It has been wonderful to be able to reconnect with you as well. And look, it's hard to put into words chronologically how life has been for the last 30 years being out of my home country, South Africa. But it's also been wonderful to come back after at least 6 years intermittently. To be able to feel that vibrance and that diversity and the beauty of Africa, which we really, really miss. And as I was saying to you, my soul is still in Africa. No
Oh,
matter where
that
we
is so
traveled,
sweet.
and we have traveled extensively and we have lived away from home, this is still home for us. And I, I can never feel more at home and more comfortable than I do as a South African Indian in South Africa. And people might think, oh, well, there are plenty of Indians in Australia. Why don't you feel as comfortable? But every country has its own unique culture. And as South African Indians, we are extremely unique in our culture, in our language, in our lingo, in our eccentricities, in our food, which has been absolutely amazing. And of course, sets us out, what sets us apart as a community is the value we place on education. So I'm so extraordinarily proud to come back and to see how the Indian community have forged ahead academically, commercially, in every aspect of South African society. So I'm so proud to be able to bring my children back to this country and to be able to show them our roots, where we have come from, and what has been so instrumental in making us who we are. My husband has also grown up with me in South Africa. But this country has given us that resilience, that efficacy, that ability to be able to withstand obstacles and just to come out strong and empowered. So I am so grateful for what I have learned in terms of my education, in terms of what I've learned from my community, which was the village that raised me, which our children unfortunately don't get in Australia. So although we are safe, we live in a safe country, we don't have to look behind our backs all the time. We take our safety for granted, absolutely. Um, and we are very happy and very settled. But the sense of togetherness, the sense of connection, the sense of culture is here. And I am so pleased to be able to come back and to connect with the family and with friends and to see how successful this community has been. I'm so extraordinarily proud of my people, and I can never feel like this anywhere else in the world except in Durban, South Africa. So it's so
Oh,
lovely being able to talk to you, Manasa.
oh, sweetheart. You know, at university, I used to always think about how eloquent you are and how beautifully you command the English
Oh, thank
language.
you.
And what I'm amazed about is that although you're in Australia for so many decades, you still have not picked up an extraordinary Aussie accent. And you're still so eloquent and so beautiful in the way you execute English, my
Thank you.
friend.
I think
And
being authentic is so important, because being authentic and being true to yourself, it doesn't matter where you are, but people can detect if you are inauthentic. And I
100%.
think that in Australia, that has contributed to us being successful in many ways, because people can detect that we are genuine in our capabilities, that we can admit our our pitfalls and our weaknesses, and I think that has contributed to us being, comfortable in that country as well. So, but we just love being here.
Oh, you're so aligned, my friend, with the mind, body, intellect, ego, spirit. You said something fascinating to me, and I'd like you to share that with the world about Mahikari, please.
Okay, so um, my family are part of an organization called Sukia Mahikari, and that is a Japanese. Its origins are in Japan, and we've been as part of the organization for about 30 years. It doesn't make us any less Hindu, which is our general practice, but it allows us to do our service to humankind in a different way. So it's a form of generating energy to purify another person's spirit, mind, and body. And that is our service, our seva to others, and we do this for no cost. We give up our time to be able to purify people as Hindus, and we believe in the idea of spiritual impurities, to be able to purify your spirit, your mind, and your body, and this is our practice. Uh, in Australia as well. We'll be able to continue that from Australia to New Zealand, from South Africa to New Zealand to Australia. So, and I think spirituality is what has kept our family together and has given my children a foundation, which which they have lost being away from South Africa and from the community here. So that form of spirituality is what they understand through a Western lens, and so through that Western lens, they're able to genuinely and truly practice this path. And so I think it's important then that it doesn't matter where you are, that your children have to have some form of spirituality, because we grew up as Indians with that spirituality, but it's a lot more difficult to be able to translate that for children who have no concept of Hindu spirituality in a different environment, a different locale. So our children have understood this path and they practice it willingly because they understand it. Yeah,
Oh, that is
yeah,
absolutely awesome. And I firmly believe that a home that has no spiritual foundation might collapse.
yes,
It is
yes.
crucial
It's important for
that we have a
unity.
spiritual
So a
foundation.
family that prays together stays together. And that's what I
100%.
say to my children all the time. So I've
Yes.
got 3 adult children, and they understand that we need to put spirit first in everything that we do.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for this time.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for seeking me out.
Thank you. It was
And
lovely,
thank you for
lovely to
making time for
reconnect.
me. I know you're flying out on Monday, and I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Manasa.